How we doing, sports bettors? Ghost Picks team Justin here. If you guys are new to the page, go ahead and subscribe right now. Like the channel, and every day we give out a free play. If you go ahead and guess that free play score correct, you can get a free week of Team Justin. Guys, I told you guys we have been on an incredible run. A lot of the people who are new to the page, they're like, "Is this guy for real? Are we really winning all these games?" And I hate to say it, but days like today are the days where we prove our honesty and our trustworthiness here in the business. We got beat up yesterday. We got absolutely dominated, and everything that could go wrong went wrong. It was just one of those days where it just absolutely sucks. I'll be the first one to say it. It was painful to watch if you're like me and you're watching the Eagles Bucks game, and you see a fourth and 1 with 2 minutes left, and you're thinking just kick a field goal when this over hits, and they go for it. They run the clock out. It's just tough. It's a tough way to lose. And I'm here to show you guys, like, obviously we had been on an incredible run, NHL, pretty much all sports, and we were posting these monster numbers. But this just goes to show that even on those bad days, we're still posting what happened that day, and it's all transparency. It's all for you guys to see how we're doing every day. If you're not on Team Justin's package at that time, I still want you to see how we're doing, and I want you to see if we're winning or if we're losing, and that's just me being me. So as you guys can see, we got beat up in our premium plays. We went 0-3 yesterday. I could go on and on about what happened and what I saw, and it's frustrating. Like I said, we talked about the Bucks-Eagles game. Should have it went over? I think it should have. Why didn't they kick a field goal? I don't know. Did they not want to rub it in? It's hard to say. It's tough to say, but at the end of the game, they won the game. They did what they needed to do. At the end of the day, they don't care about what we're betting on or what our plays are on, and that's just the way it goes. Sometimes you have to be inside their head. If you're on the under, congrats. You got a win you probably didn't deserve or you shouldn't deserve. And I've won games like that before. And then we went to the NHL. We were on the Caps regulation and taking on Vancouver, who's been on a really tough road streak. They've been to Carolina. They've been to Tampa. They've been to Florida. They've gotten beaten up by all these teams. Looking at the line, everything made sense. And then, as I always do, I'm watching the line prior to the game, and I see, wow, why did this line just drop 40 cents? And I'm looking everywhere. I know when lines do weird things like that, there's always a reason, and you got to figure out why. We're about 5 minutes till puck drop, and I'm in here, and I'm really looking at everything that I can find, and I see that COVID is in Washington's locker room. Carlson was out, a couple other names were out, and it was too late to go back on the play. Frustrating, obviously, especially when you get that pit in your stomach, like that you're probably on the wrong end of a game, and it's too late for you to do anything about it. It was too late for me to do anything about it on my plays, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to get it out to you guys. Ended up losing that game 4-2, I believe it was. Bad loss, and it's just the way our day went. And we had a third play out there, and we were on the Cowboys -3. Everyone knows how that game went. That was one of the crazier games that I've seen. It was obviously the best game of the day in the NFL. And I don't know. Honestly, people are nagging on the Cowboys for running the draw. I personally like the play. I mean, if you can get it spiked, if you can get it knocked quicker, you're looking at a 20-yard shot at the end zone rather than 40 shots at the end zone. Do the refs need to look at that? Yeah, I think that was a terrible play call or a terrible ending for a great game that it was. But even if they get that job done, we're still not winning that game, and they're not covering -3. So that was just up for the Cowboy fans. We did actually end up winning a free play for you guys. Oddly enough, the Pittsburgh team I told you guys they're probably going to get the garbage points, and they did. 16.5, they ended up scoring 21. Big Ben goes out. He's done. He retires. We get a free play for you guys. Free plays are rolling. But I don't want this bad day to overshadow what we did this week. We were absolutely electric again this week. NHL has still been crazy for us. We are 32-3 in NHL, basically since the beginning of January. That is unreal. Looking at today, We have an absolute ton of NHL plays. They start early. I'm not looking at the early game really, so don't message me. We're not really looking at the early game. I am looking at some of the later games around 6 o'clock or so, and looking to have a pretty big card to bounce back for what we did. You guys can hop on that big card, and it is $129.99 for all plays, and that includes the rest of the NFL playoffs. You can get that for any capper, but Team Justin, our week is on, it's on sale. Normally it's $150, and I'll let you guys on a little secret. There is a play on Thursday that has the caliber to be a red alert, and I am hardly considering whether or not we're going to pull the trigger on this one. I really like the play. It's on Thursday. Really got my eye on it. And if you go ahead and hop on the week, you will be a part of that play. It is included in your package. 1 week, $129.99, all Team Justin plays, and you get to close out the NFL season. It's an absolute steal of a deal. Really big card today, I should say. Like today is going to be a big day. We're really looking to bounce back. I really want to get that bad taste out of my mouth. I really want to hammer down on the NHL today. There's a lot of games, a lot of good lines out there. And then we also have some NFL tonight. We have a play in the NFL, and we also have a free play in the NFL. We got the Cardinals taking on the Rams. Both these teams are absolute high caliber offenses, right? But one thing I've noticed is that these games, when you have, this is going to be another, probably in my opinion, going to be the best game in the wild card weekend, right? So we got the Cardinals, we got the Rams. They split the season series. Oddly enough, both team has one on the road. The Cardinals, they are for some reason a great team on the road. I can't quite figure it out. Who doesn't like to play at home? But the over/under, we're at 50 right now. I like the under in this game. I think these defenses are going to keep each other in check. I think it's going to come down to maybe a couple battle of field goals. I don't think this lid's going to pop. I think the game stays close. I really do. And I like the under in this game. Like I said, our free plays have been dynamite for you guys. We have a huge week coming up. I told you guys we have our eye on a red alert on Thursday, and we are absolutely going to hammer down today in the NHL. Hop on Team Justin, $129.99. We also have our full season of NHL for $500. You guys can get on like our NHL. We're right at the midway point. We haven't hit the All-Star break in the NHL season yet. You guys can hop on that. Good luck. God bless. Grind on, and let's go.